Guys, this is my beautiful wife Rocio, and I'm leaving to go out to experience. See you, baby girl.
I see you.
All right. Okay, I will explain because the video. So I stepped on this mat and it went like very dangerous. I'm noticing I have the keys. How does it actually feel? My question is very simple. How does it actually feel to move to Latin America so far as a black person? I know people will be like, oh Mara, stop playing the race card. But the thing is, I wanna give you just a small perspective of being black in Latin America, especially in this case Argentina. It's already a week here. How do I actually feel? Wow. I think my video should end right outside there. It's so beautiful and I've never been. Hey! Wow. People here like small cars. Not really big. They like this size of cars. Oh, I see actually police on the other side. So, wow. So anyway guys, in today's video, I'll be trying to explain to you how does it actually feel to move to Latin America and call it home, especially for someone like me who is coming from Africa. Technically that will still mean black. I've never been to this route, so probably maybe I walk this way, then I turn back and come here. Okay, maybe we'll do that. I think police have been called in our area, but police here are not. No, the problem is if I walk like this, you can see my face. If I walk like this, you don't see my face. So anyway guys, first is welcome to today's vlog. My vlogs will be more of this as we chill and wait for the big day, which is okay, maybe I should just let it happen. We are here today guys in the streets of Mar del Plata Argentina. I call this place my new home, and it looks like this. Looks huge. Even an old scooter. Oh, this is actually smart. I've seen something over there where they put on the handles, they put like a protector so that when you're riding you don't feel cold on your hands. So it's actually my first time going this way. Probably I've been here before, and I have to be careful so that I can remember where I'm coming from. I'm reading the directions. Okay, Primera Junto. Well, maybe we go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. These people build tall buildings, guys. I don't even know what this is. It's open. So anyway guys, a lot of you have been inboxing me saying, Marwa, how actually do you feel? Others have been saying, I am happy for you. You've moved to Argentina and your wife, how do you feel? So in this video, I'll be letting you know how I feel. Exclusively, it's been kind of a week of us moving here, and I would wish to explain how I honestly feel. Maybe in a month's time, I'll be feeling quite different, and the story will be different. Okay. Oh. I don't feel like this is the best place to film this video because of the moving cars. So that means there will be a lot of noise. But I'm showing you this beautiful complex of buildings. I'm told summer here is in December and January, which is in a few months from now, say 2-3 months from now. And I'm told these places are always packed, like crazily packed. So nearly the whole country moves to this end to just come and experience summer. You know, as I told you in my previous videos, is people actually here, they can see the ocean like that, but they can't swim because the ocean is quite cold. It's like freezing cold. It's not like where I'm from, where you can actually see the ocean and jump into swimming or any time you want. You can literally just say, I'm going to swim, as long as you live next to the ocean. Here you can see the ocean, but you can't swim because it's very cold. Oh, I don't like the noise of the cars, so let's go this way, then we diverge, because otherwise you guys may not hear me. And also it's a good time for me to make this vlog alone, because most of the time I'm with Rocio, and now this is turning out to be like a couples channel. But for now, you'll bear witness with me, you'll bear with me, because it is what it is. And sometimes in life you don't have to force issues, just flow the way they are, because sometimes life is pushing you to some direction and you don't want. So you try to fight life, which is not recommended. Okay, I'm crossing very carefully here. I'm crossing very carefully. Look, life in Argentina, how it is. Cause these are old buildings, as I already told you. It's before these fancy and nice buildings existed. These were the houses here, and mostly they were built by the European settlers that moved from Europe to Argentina. There's a very deep history about actually settlers moving to Argentina, European settlers moving to Argentina, and it's a story for another day. But most of Argentinians actually don't identify as, and I mean by DNA in this case, and I have to be very careful how I'm putting this. By DNA, they don't identify themselves as Latin, but they actually identify themselves as more European descendants, you know, because lots of Italians, hey, yeah, this type of car is the one you pass very far away, so they don't push you in and okay guys, let me not over imagine. So as I was telling you, is those houses there, actually you can still see some, because they never really, like, they have never really disappeared, are originally from the European settlers who settled here over 200 years ago, because Argentina is 200 years at least of independence, you know, and it got its independence from the Spanish people. All right, So life here, how do I actually feel, you know, how do I actually feel being here in Argentina and moving here from Kenya or from Africa to this kind of environment, too many cars moving. How do I actually feel? So the fact is, guys, I have been around the world and around the globe in very many countries. Actually, even this same city is not my first time to be here, so I'm not really shocked to be here because I've been here before during my own travels. But as I was explaining, this is quite different because at least the main differences are moving in. What's going on here? There's like an ambulance coming. It's looking for some direction, probably. Hey, I'm trying to see if there's a problem here. So it's 1 week for me here, and honestly I am a little bit missing my village, but the main reason to that is purely me trying to say that I was more attached to village life and a more lush, huge compound of my own, and maybe walking to my pigeons and horses. Nowadays I see pigeons just sitting on roofs like that. The question is, do I feel welcomed here? I'll still give it time to see, you know. But so far, from my immediate family that I came to see and visit, I feel they're very genuine and they're very happy for me here, you know. And also they are very supportive, not only for me but even for their daughter, I mean, in this case. So I genuinely feel happy here, you know. I genuinely feel I'm okay. But you know, it's a change of life, it's a change of environment, it's a change of style. You see, now I walk in people's homes like this, but I'm learning how a real gate should look like, you know. Wow, see, that's how a real gate looks like. And also seeing small houses, those ones I was telling you that were here previously from the European settlers, very small compounds. So yeah, it's a big change to me, but every day I'm adapting, every day I'm moving on, every day I'm trying my best to make sure I actually wake up in the morning and remember that I am not in my village anymore, but I'm in a different country and I have to adapt. And the thing me I'm still asking you guys is, keep adapting with me. 100%. Keep adapting with me, keep being here with me as we see how everything transforms, you know. It looks like a Russian car. Russians, they have car like this, but also Peugeots. They like to make cars like that. There's a Peugeot, but also Russians, they have small cars like that. I saw them in Cuba. I don't know how they call them. So wow, look where we are. What's going on up here? It's pigeons. There's a lot of pigeons here. Maybe I can stand here as I make this video and talk to you guys. So for me, my big plan is simply to flow with the vibe and take life easy, step by step, not forcing anything, not making things like, not me complicating anything, just to make it quite easy for me to flow, because this is quite different from my previous travels. Hey, how are you? Fine, fine. Okay, some guys just saying hello. They're in the bikes from Argentina. They're very excited. You know, most of them actually, they don't speak English. So when you speak with them in English, they're super excited, and they feel very happy. I like, it's like they brag. It's like when you speak a different language. Let's say you speak Japanese today, you'll feel a little happy, and that's kind of the reasoning here when you speak English to some locals. So that also means that if you don't speak Spanish, which is their language, and you visit this area, you may have a tough time here. Like, seriously, you may have a tough time. Yeah, guys, that's what's going on. As I was explaining, this is quite different from the previous travels that I've done in my life, because it was not more of settling, it was more of traveling. But this really feels like me trying to settle down, me trying to adjust and actually call this place home. So that's quite different. It's hugely different. There's a huge difference between my previous travels and now. Now is I have no choice but to accept that this will be my new home. In one way or the other, it will be my new home. When our kid is growing and up, and they say they miss their grandmother, I have to bring them to their new home, or to their grandmother's home, which is here. So technically, what that simply means is there is no way I'm running away from this. This is my home. The earlier I accept it, the better. And for me, I am accepting it. Let's walk here a little bit. It's like an isolated house on the other side. Looks quite big. These people used to have serious money, guys. That's why Argentina, like it's that country right now ailing economically, but it was rich, or it's rich actually, because up to today as we speak, they have serious infrastructure in place. For example, look at just this building. You know, this building could be easily 200 years old. Look at that, you know. So personally, I feel I'm okay, you know. I will not complain. The way I told you, I will not complain. The only biggest struggle I'm still facing is adjusting to the weather and the food, because that is actually a challenge, especially the food. The weather, I could wear a jacket to make myself warm, but for the food, it's quite different here, guys. I'm struggling with my ugali. We are trying to find a cheaper store, because you know, sometimes you tend to compare the prices. For example, you say, oh, in my home I could easily get a half a sack with $10. Here I'm having just a package of 1 or 2 kg for that. So you're like, wow. I think we may end up going there to relax. Wow, look at that, guys. South America, guys. I have to be careful as I close. Thank you. People here are very nice. See, they give you time to cross. And also, being a black person, sometimes I feel like it's also what you think in your mind. You know, if you start seeing things in the spectrum of black and white, things get really complicated. But if you just see things for the sake of things, you know, like, okay, some guy here is not being nice, and you see him just as maybe your neighbor in the village, or maybe a reactor who you helped, and then one day they woke up without seeing the black and white thing. Let's see here, then we, or I check, let's check what's happening here, then we can come up here. You know, I'm trying to discover this place. Oh wow, just a place you can sit and chill, and looks like there is a small port. I'm not sure if it's a port, but I see different ship parked, and also even the ocean is already shining. Summer is coming, because the way I'm seeing is people are, even me, yesterday I was wearing 3 jackets, now I'm wearing just a hoodie. You know, I decided to come out with a hoodie just in case things go wrong. I do this. So as I was explaining, is sometimes people tend to look at things from the black and white, especially if you are away from your home country. In this case, for example, me now, I'm here in Argentina, and then I start seeing like, oh, maybe the taxi, oh, there is free Wi-Fi here. Let me see if I'll use it. You see, there's free Wi-Fi. Okay, so let me have a seat here and just enjoy. You see, these countries, guys, they take care of their citizens. They make places look nice. You know, look, very nice. Can you imagine, like, 1 Kenyan shilling, no, $1 equals to 120 Kenyan shillings. Here in Argentina, it's 10 times that, meaning $1 equals to 1,200 Argentinian pesos. But still, look how they have created spaces here, very nice spaces, very chill, very nice. People come and sit and enjoy the sun. Even me right here, Mara, if I want, I can sleep on the entire bench like this, you know. Oh my God, thank you, Argentina, at this point. Yeah, think of that. But I do not recommend you to sleep, because you may wake up and you find your phone is actually gone and things like that. But what am I trying to say? Sometimes we people, especially when you go to a new country, you tend to see the black and white thing, especially in this case if you are a different race, or black Asian, or black I don't know what. Those type of things, actually what they make you is they make life difficult for you, because every small mistake or any small like awkward situation, you'll always tend to see it from a black and white perspective. But if you choose just to see things as the way they are, let's say for example you stop the taxi driver, you're a black guy in a foreign country, or a black person in this case in a foreign country, you stopped a taxi and the taxi was empty and it didn't stop. The next one, it didn't stop. The third one didn't stop, and the fourth didn't stop. Don't start saying, oh, maybe it's because I'm black, that's why maybe it's not stopping. No, ideally is say maybe there is something that makes them not stop beyond just me. Maybe I'm standing in the wrong side of the road or something like that. But I've seen that sometimes people tend just to put things from black and white, and that makes things very complicated. Let me enjoy these sceneries here. Actually, I don't even if there is another city on the other side. It looks like there's another city on the other side. And it seems this place, sometimes they put an Argentinian flag over here, you know. Let's walk and we stay on the other side here. Maybe I need to get an Argentinian jersey, you know, football jersey. Wow, let's see what's going on the other side. I've never been here. It's purely my first time. Looks beautiful. And one thing also I've noticed is these people, they like to have empty parks for people to just sit and enjoy. And there's even a big forest over there. I've seen it. Oh, it's right there. I think that's what Rosie was talking about. You see? Wow. Look at that. On this other side here, we have an amazing hut. Looks beautiful. I don't know if this is somebody's house, but if it is, it's quite beautiful. So I want to take you, I want to walk you around here to see what's going on. But it's quite a nice place. I've seen lots of people come here, drive around and chill. I don't know if this is a Navy ship. It could be. Actually, it is. I've seen a lot of soldiers right there. There are actually several of them. Wow. It's quite beautiful, guys. Look at this. This feels like a golf area. It could be. Actually, it is. They're playing. Oh, I see even some guys here playing golf. Wow. Hey. You know, also one thing I came to realize is there's a difference when a country is well built and they don't do cleaning. And there's also another difference when the country is not even well built, but it's neat and well kept. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. People going golfing, you see. Huge golf course. Wow. Wow. Argentina. And also look at this type of constructions that they do. They use stones. These are stones. They cut stones with machines. They come and lay them here brick by brick. See, like the floor here looks very nice. And so people come and park here and just, others even sit inside the car, others sit outside, like the ones you see on my left side. I see them chilling and just enjoying, and me here filming for you a vlog for today. Hey, maybe I need to buy a bike like that lady over there. I think maybe that's what I need, so that I can be moving here slowly, you know. Maybe I need a bike or even a scooter. I think I'll talk to Rosie and see. Maybe we need that. Wow. What is this secret code? What's going on here? It's very dark. A little scary, guys. But you can see infinity sign. And there is an eye. Hey. Very, very big. So, but one thing you have to appreciate about Argentina is actually how clean it is generally. You can see for yourself. This is a public park. Okay, you can see for yourself it's doing very well in terms of cleanliness. And this is one thing I always tend not to like about where I'm from, in this case Africa. Sometimes even we have nice roads, but just a little maintenance, you know, cleaning the road and things like that. See here, it's a small park, but they cut the grass, they plant some trees. Let's cross to the other side. Hey, there is a dog here, which I don't trust. It's that greyhound dog. They run so fast. Look, for example, this is a small park. Though it's not perfectly clean, but you can tell it's well maintained. Let's go in and see the views. I think the birds are very happy because we are moving from very cold weathers, which is winter, to spring. So now you can feel they are very happy. This looks like aloe vera. Not sure if it is, but it looks like. Wow. Guys, as I was chilling here, I just noticed something. Like, there are these small lines you see here, like cracks. Another one is right there, okay? Can you believe, like, this is a road for the ants? Can you see the ants, like, moving? Look. Like, these ants just moving up and down like this have created this road. It's crazy. It's crazy, 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 crazy. And they are busy. Look, like this one is busy moving. See, others are going down, others are going, especially the ones that are coming down have something in them. The ones that are going up have nothing in them. For example, it's easy to tell. This one here, it's coming down, another one is coming down, like right there. But look, the ones that are going up. See, like this one is going up, so it's going up this way. The moral of the story is every little step that you put in your endeavors, at the end of the day, it will show. So let's cross this way, guys. Welcome again, it's Maro here. I'm exploring Mar del Plata, my new home, or the city that I call home. And I'm trying to see what is actually new here. Wow. They are recreating something here, you see? That's something funny about white people, is they take things. You see, locally somebody may not come and just plant something like that. But these flowers, in a few months, they will be all beautiful and people will be taking pictures. Let's see on this other side what's happening. Wow. The city of Rocio. I call it that way. Wow, here is just a flat field. And I hate dogs. Not that I don't like them, but I don't like to be around dogs that I have no history about, because sometimes they can be crazily aggressive. So very soon I'll be giving you facts about this city, like some interesting facts. But one thing you should know is, if there is a city that people like to visit in Argentina, it's this one. Look already, the flowers over there. So let's talk about moving abroad and adapting to a new country. What are some of the factors that have actually contributed for me to find it easy to move abroad and adapt to a new culture, especially a completely different culture from what I'm used to? What are some of the factors that actually you have to deal with as you adapt? I don't know if I should cross here or just keep walking this way. Now, one of the factors actually you should try as much as possible is the language. I realize, like, if you don't speak the language, it really becomes very different, or not different, but very, very difficult for you to adapt in a new culture. Because one of the things I came to notice is, imagine if you being around people that are laughing and you don't understand what they are laughing at. Sometimes you may just think in your mind they are talking about you or they are gossiping about you, and that may not be the case, simply because you did not understand what they were talking about and they were laughing. You may think they are laughing because maybe they are laughing at you, maybe they saw you and they're like, okay. So it's very important that actually when you're moving to a new country, you learn at least some basic the basic language of the country you're moving to. In this case, for example, we are in Argentina. It's very important that you understand the language of those people. And this, sometimes somebody may say, oh, Mara, how will I learn a new language? I don't have a teacher. No, there are many ways you can learn a language. You can actually, there's apps, you know, online apps that you can actually learn languages. You can even use YouTube, this platform that you're watching right now, to learn a new language. You can even have online teachers teach you about a different or a new language, even on Instagram. But mostly I'll say YouTube is very good, because if today you're going to say learning about maybe basic Spanish, for sure you'll find a video showing you a little bit of Spanish. And you see, for me, language comes number one. The reason being, it opens other doors of everything. Because let's say sometimes you moved here and you want to find maybe your love, maybe you are a single lady or a single guy. You're moving here and you are saying, okay, maybe I may find my loved one there. Trust me, without the language, your opportunities have fallen from, say, a 10 being the highest, to maybe a 3. Because a country like Argentina, actually most people don't speak English, as already mentioned before. So it's very important that at least, even you don't have to Google the type of maybe cities they are, just at least know the language of the place you are going. English is a great language to know for those guys who speak English, but it does not guarantee you communication, maybe with a local shopkeeper. Maybe you want to buy a matchbox. English does not guarantee you to actually say, okay, help me with a matchbox, because the local shopkeeper or taximan does not understand it. So it's very important that before moving abroad, or as you plan to move abroad, especially in countries that don't speak your native or the language that you speak, it's very, very, very important that you learn the basic language before moving there. Otherwise, it will be quite boring. it will be really, really, really boring. I'm telling you. And this I'm telling you for free. Learn the language and you'll thank me later. And you don't have to know it all. All you need is purely to learn a little bit. The basics. For example, how to say hello, how to say no thank you, how to say welcome, how to say how much, even counting the numbers. For example, you can, because let's say you're going to buy a loaf of bread, and the owner tells you this bread is 24 pesos. How will you actually know what 24 means, or how would you explain that 24 means 24? And imagine all you want is a loaf of bread. It's so simple what you want. Maybe even sometimes you walk in a shop and you can see it's right there, but you can't ask for it. Language is very important. I've decided, guys, we still use this route because it's more convenient for our video. Otherwise it will be very difficult for me to speak while cars are moving right there. But also, as I make this video, I wanted to see how Argentina is well built. And this is not the posh area. In my upcoming videos, I'll try to walk you around very posh areas for you to see how actually rich people live here. And also it's good that I make these videos because I have someone like my mom who really wants to see where I moved to as the son. So it's important that I shoot this type of videos and show you what's going on here. Number 2, what do you actually need before moving abroad and to make your life a little bit more easier?
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Puedo salir?
Yes, muy bien.
Síganme.
Okay. It's a young boy. He's saying hello. Sorry guys, I've been having a cold, but wow, it's getting hot. Now I need a t-shirt. You see, like that young kid. He has said hello to me in their native language. He's not expecting that I will respond in English. All they know here is if I speak Spanish, you can understand me. They don't want to know if you're from a different country or something like that. That one is none of their problem. Anyway guys, let's go to number 2 factor that will help you move abroad easily. I'll say if you have a little of cash money, cash, not in your bank account, but cash money. It's very important to have that factor in mind. Mostly you should have dollars or euros, because those are the most used currencies in the world. It's always important to have a little cash money, and I would say depending on the time you want to spend in a new country, it's good that you have a little of cash money, especially for your first month and second month, for you to adapt. Let's say you're going for a job, okay? Maybe before the job pays you, it will have taken you a whole month. So sometimes it's very important that you have some cash money with you just to sail you through the first month or even the second month in your new location. And when I mean cash, I mean cash, not in your ATM, because sometimes, for example, here in Argentina, we've had a major challenge. Maybe some of you guys already know. is the ATMs here can only withdraw a maximum of $40. $40. $40. That is what the ATMs here can withdraw. So think of this. And maybe sometimes you've moved abroad, your card has had issues, or maybe because you moved internationally, your bank was not told and things like that. So think of that. $40, what can you do? You can't even rent a house. But when you have cash money, it's easy for you actually to just say, okay, here is $500 for my apartment. Here is $200 for this. It's easy. And that's what I'm saying. One of the things you need to do as you move abroad is actually have some cash money with you. It's as important as the first note that I said, which is to at least know the basic language of the place you're heading to. Sometimes I see students say, Marwa, I want to move abroad, help me move abroad. Those are the factors you should actually consider. And always remember, cash is king. Sometimes people don't want to work with cash. They say, oh, it's dangerous. Me, I always say, as long as it's not more than 10,000 US, that's okay. Because actually, in most countries, when you cross their borders, if you have more than 10,000 US cash, they will require you to actually solid cash. 10,000 US cash, they will require you to declare the money, or to declare that in the customs. So as long as it's not 10,000, it could be even 999, still that is not 10,000, that's still legal. So you can, but I'm not a lawyer to advise you on this. So you can cross the borders with. So as I was saying, is it's very important as you move abroad and you want to adapt easily, know the language. Number two is at least have some cash, solid cash. Have some solid cash with you, because that will help you actually, even let's say, rent something. I'm not saying that you can't pay with your credit card or things like that. You can, but it's always good to work with some cash. Cash is always king. Hello, idea. Another more factor you should consider while moving abroad for you to adapt easily is actually having a very open mind. That maybe I may go there, people may not like me, but that's none of my business. Or maybe I may go there and people like me so much, I'll have to know how to deal with that. Actually, just having such a open mind can easily help you adapt in a new place, especially in foreign lands that you don't speak the language. There's a big cat here. I've had somebody cough here. This is me trying to discover what our compound looks like here in Argentina. You see, it's quite beautiful. It's quite nice. They're like big cats. I feel like they eat these birds, the way it's behaving. So as I was saying, is having the right attitude as you move abroad will also help you try to adapt to the new environment. And this can apply even for people who are moving from maybe very developed countries to like developing countries. Let's say you're moving from the US to maybe Africa or anywhere, Asia, Latin America in my case. You always have to keep this open-mindedness, because otherwise you'll always see things your style or your way. You'll always say, oh, why they don't use traffic lights here? Oh, why they didn't do this? Why is the, for example, when I went to India at some time back, I went to exclusive nice hotels and they didn't have tissue paper. So sometimes you may be wondering, oh, these people forgot to put a tissue paper on my toilet. But actually, there they don't use tissue paper, they use the bidet or Arabic shower. So you see, somebody else may create havoc and even rate the hotel or restaurant very badly because there's no tissue paper for him or her to use. But the fact is, in those environments, they don't use tissue paper. That's what I'm trying to say. You being as open-minded as possible, it will help you adapt or easily move to a foreign country better. And that factor is actually big. It's as big as knowing the language, because sometimes it's not just about the language. Sometimes it is even about you just being open-minded to new things, way of life. Just flow with the vibe. Flow with the vibe. As I was starting this video, I mentioned about sometimes people want to see things from the black and white. Purely, yeah, I like it this way, and it's not like this. That can actually put you into a lot of struggles in adapting. A new language and a new. These lifts are crazy, guys. You have to close with this. Wow. Guys, I'm back in the house and I found Matata chilling.
Yes.
Matata,
Yes.
how's your day so far?
Nice, welcome.
You know, I walked up to the end of the road somewhere there and saw where it's like round, and you'll see in my video.
Where the flag is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I went to the other side.
I didn't cross to the other side because there is like a
It's a golf.
golf.
Yes.
And down there is like a navy
Yes.
area. I realize it's a navy area.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yes.
I was trying to make a video
Yeah.
about adapting in a new country.
Hmm.
What are some of the factors that, for example, helped you to adapt in the village, or just generally what can help someone adapt in a new country?
I think the most important is to forget all that you come from.
Yeah.
You know? Not in a bad meaning, not like forget your roots, forget who you are and these things, but forget, like try to leave the past behind and embrace what's new. What
Yes.
this country has to offer. What's the new food? What's the new weather? What's the new language, accent, people, how they behave? Because I think it makes it harder when you're stuck in your past. When you, oh, but there's no Ugali here.
Like,
you know?
like me crying.
And just to try to see, okay, what's new here and what is it that I like it, and that actually helps a lot to see, okay, what's the new, let me try the new, give it a try.
So technically it's like to be very more open-minded.
Open-minded, yes.
Crazily open, not just open-minded. This is actually
No.
100%.
No, it's a new reality. We are in a new dimension. It's a totally shift. We totally shifted. So we really need to embrace what's new to make it easier. Otherwise, it's going to be hard because, my family and my friends and
Yes,
the
true.
weather.
Yeah.
and
The food.
the food and this and the other, and I don't understand the language. Sometimes the language can be totally new. And yeah, those things can make it very, very hard.
Actually, talking about the language, I've been talking about it. Like for me, I rated like one of the most, like 4 things you should have in mind before moving to a new country. And like you must stick to these things, otherwise life will be very hard. Number 1, I said about just being open-minded, not seeing things from black and white side, like, oh, in my home we do it this way and here they do it this way.
Yeah.
Oh, how is it so bad? I don't like the way they do it here.
Yeah.
And number 2, I talked about, okay, I'll not mention like in the very order that I mentioned, but another factor was even you at least knowing basic language.
Yes, yes. Yeah, if you know where are you heading, try to at least start learning the language before, if it's a new language. Or maybe it's a new country with same language but different words, different expressions. Those things, yes, you can learn it while you're there, but if you can start learning something before, so you don't feel so unfamiliar.
Yeah, because I remember my sister was telling us a story about how she was in Mexico and she couldn't communicate with anyone.
Yeah.
And she felt like she wasted her time to visit Mexico. Yeah. But if you look from another perspective is, for example, you enjoy Mexico so much.
A lot.
And the reason could be just because you understand the language, it's easy for you to communicate. So guys, language is one of the biggest factors. Me, I think, apart from being open-minded, language comes number 1.
Yeah, because it's a barrier of connection or disconnection. Like me, in my case, in the village, now I understand a little bit more Swahili, but I still disconnected from the main conversations, I still don't understand
but at
100%,
least you had,
but I can catch, which is it was totally different at the beginning. I didn't know even Caribou,
Yeah, but at least you had English that propelled you. Imagine if, let's say, your sister Romina goes to the village, and people try to talk to her, and let's say she will feel, what are they saying? Very confused.
I think also when you move to a new country, a lot of people get very depressed or want to run away, or they say, no, this is not my place, just for the language. Yeah. Just for the language. But it's a matter of being patient, and tomorrow you will find yourself speaking that language. Yeah. It's just the first time there, or first weeks, first month. It's always adapting process. It takes time. It's not from one day to another. I'm ready. No, a lot of things and challenges will appear, but I found that fascinating. Even the struggles of what is this word? I don't understand what they mean when they say that. It's like, it's a way, okay, I'm learning something new. For me, it's fascinating. For me, I love it. But yeah, it can be hard. Sometimes. Be patient. Adapting, it takes time. It's not from one day to another. It's never from one day to another.
But I feel like language is really major. Like if you don't speak the language, it will ruin your stay. And I'm talking about like people who are moving.
That's exactly. Don't let it ruin your stay. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like before people move, at least know some basic.
You can learn some basic, and then you can just accept. I'm in a learning process. This is part of the process. Don't just say, my trip is totally ruined.
Or I don't like this language. It's very difficult to learn, or something like that.
Every language is difficult and easy at the same time.
Yes, 100%.
So yeah. Be kind to yourself. When you are in a new environment, it's a big decision also to move to a totally new perspective, but it's always a very brave thing to do. So embrace it, feel proud of yourself, be patient, and give it time.
And also live the moment, because sometimes people, they don't want to live in that moment. They say, oh, I miss my ugali. Oh, I miss my this. So they actually miss the moment that they should be enjoying, because one day they will be somewhere else, says, oh, last year I was in Argentina. You know, people really miss that moment because their mind is already swayed to, oh, I miss my.
Try to see the things that you don't have in your place, in your common place, and for example now you have it. Sometimes we say, oh, it's too hot, and then you come to cold, oh, it's too cold. So where do you actually want to be? Like, embrace what you have. Enjoy the cold, because tomorrow maybe you're going to be super hot and sweating, and you will wish to have a breeze through your face. So yeah, I think it's also important to...
What about like in terms of finances? How should someone prepare when moving to a new place? Me, in my case, I was telling my viewers that before you move to a new place, at least have some cash money with you. Cash.
Yes.
Not in an ATM. At least have some cash, either in dollars or euros.
Yeah. Me, every time I travel with cash savings.
Yeah.
Cash savings and USD most of the time, and yeah. So then you can exchange. Because having cards, it can be easy, but it can be very tricky. Many countries, sometimes they want cash, or maybe your ATM doesn't work. So always go prepared. I would say every country, doesn't matter how expensive or cheap is, but 1,000 USD is okay to start. It's very okay to start.
Yeah.
You can find your way. You can eat. You can find a place to stay. So
as you try to see what works and what does not work.
Yes.
It's very important, guys. Very important to carry cash, because one time I was in Cuba. I think if you've watched my videos for so long, you may have seen those vlogs where I only had $500 forth and back, and I thought, oh, I have money with me. Arriving there, and I was supposed to stay there for a month, which I did end up staying for a month. But guys, I was only eating sweet potatoes. Like, all my money finished within the first 1 week, and my ATM couldn't work. I believed I had money in my ATM, but my ATM couldn't work in Cuba. It was terrible. It was this. So I came to learn, like, cash is always king. Always have some cash with you, at least that can propel you from one situation to another. You know, because sometimes say, oh, I have my credit cards, have my cards ready. No, it can actually go wrong. Totally wrong.
Sometimes ATMs don't work.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't have money.
Or
sometimes you have to move to the other side of the city to find an ATM.
Or you put an ATM card and the ATM swallows. Yes, it swallows your card. It's inside there. You card, then you get confused before you call your bank back home. You do this.
All that thing is so hectic. Sometimes calling from abroad, the bank, nobody answers. There's no number. You want to avoid those things by carrying cash.
What is other things you may generally advise someone moving abroad? Even from your own experience, like what has been your struggles you've seen?
Baggage or your stuff.
Okay.
I always travel with something that I can wear in 4 weathers. The 4 seasons.
Okay.
You know, sometimes maybe it's the same clothes that it can be used in the 4 weathers.
Okay.
So maybe you never know if you reach to a beach play and somebody say, oh, tomorrow we are going to do this hiking in these mountains, you want to come?
Yeah.
And you only carry bikinis, you know.
Okay.
So or maybe if you just to move abroad to like forever, still 4 weathers clothes. What else?
Me, I always say always carry a jacket. Always carry a serious jacket that can sustain you in extreme weathers, because I came to realize that is the worst that can happen.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can easily go out there and get a t-shirt or whatever, or a shirt.
Yeah, sure.
But a jacket sometimes, like I remember when we were traveling in Malawi with you, you had lost your jacket.
Yeah.
And I was telling you, get a jacket, get a jacket, get a jacket. And you're like, no, I'm gonna get it. Look, we are right now, it's very hot here. Where were we? It was very hot in Dar es Salaam.
Yeah.
It's very hot here, I don't need a jacket. Then we hit Malawi, it starts to get very cold. We were like, oh my God, you need a jacket right now, right? Like,
Yeah.
and that's how we ended up buying a jacket in the
And
street.
it show up.
You know.
Actually show up.
So,
Yeah.
weather, pack for your weathers. At least, me, I always tell my
But
view.
don't too much. Don't think, oh, I need to carry this and I need to carry
No,
this. We always need less than what we think that we need.
we need, that's true.
And if you're traveling to a new place to move there, of course you will want to buy also. The chance
Something
to buy
new.
is always there.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah.
that's where that thing that I told you, like carrying cash money, plays in. If you have cash money with you, you always know. Like me, I always tell people, don't pack too much, because anything you want, wherever you are going, you can easily find it as long as you have cash. I mean, you have money with you, because most of the time you can even put on a t-shirt and have your first 2 days okay, as you try to see what's next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't want to feel very lonely, try to find. There's always like, well, Facebook, for example.
Yeah.
Try to find those groups of your people from your country. I don't know, Argentinians in Mexico. It's like a lot of groups where you can find people, and maybe not to feel very lonely. You can find another expats living in the place that you are. If you want to meet people, if you're new, if you're traveling alone, social media today is a great key for connecting.
Yeah, like me, I remember before I moved to Colombia, the first time in around 20, I was doing my process end of 2015, and I moved to Colombia around 2016. I used to put just hashtags of the city I wanted to go, like Medellin. And I would see already how Medellin looks like. I would see the people. I would try to even follow a few people and tell them, I'm coming. Hey, where you from? I'm coming to your city. I'm so new. So yeah, also that can help, especially for the lonely part that maybe you're going to a place you have no idea who you're going to meet there, and you're just alone and alone and alone. You can use that. Social media platforms to connect. Facebook groups. They're very popular now. Yeah.
Or just go out there, discover, take a walk to your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Go sit in a bar. Especially if you are alone. If you're alone, people will approach you. That always happens. That always happens. In my case, I traveled alone for many years, but I was never alone at the end.
Yeah, same as me, as you guys have been seeing. Everywhere kind of we go or I go, we are always creating new friends. It could be the taxi guy you met, it could be taxi lady you met, it could be anyone, it could be your neighbor, like you just opened a door like this and found a neighbor opening his door also, and you strike a small conversation, and just like that, choo.
Everything starts with a hey, hello, my name is, sometimes there's a lot of shy people or more introvert that I don't know how to make
a conversation.
Socials, but actually it's very easy. Try to find that version of yourself that is actually a social person and can create friends.
Guys, please remember to give the video a like, subscribe, and also would like to know, if you've moved abroad from your home country, what was your experience right down here? At the same time, also we would want you guys to give us some suggestions of videos that you may want to know, maybe regarding the same topic that you're talking about, moving abroad and trying to adapt as much as possible. Or also it could be just general questions that you'd like to know. For example, hey Maro, how is it even like renting a house? Because other countries you can't easily rent a house. For example, United States, you can't just go and say, oh, there is an empty space there, I want to rent. Sometimes they want to see your credit score. Sometimes they want somebody else to be your guarantor. There's a lot that goes through. Even things like renting houses abroad and things like that. But I'm trying to assume that before you move abroad, you'd have already kind of tried to, fix that.
Yeah, do your research.
Yeah.
Don't go naked, as we were saying. No, try to do your research. try to know what you are expecting. Like, let surprise be a part of the journey, but not 100%, you know. Also try to be secure with some things. Never send money before, like for rentings or things like that.
Yeah,
before you arrive, be careful.
Yeah, that's
everywhere in the
very
world,
tricky.
That's very tricky. Everywhere in the world, they can steal your money.
You remember we found someone here in Argentina
Yeah.
who nearly scammed you.
Yeah. Here when we were looking for an apartment.
Yes.
This guy sent me a video of this apartment, and I saw in the window, I recognized my city. I saw, this doesn't look like Mar del Plata. So I sent my parents. Can my parents go to see the apartment? My parents came. This person didn't exist. It was a scam. So, and then he was asking me, oh, you want to proceed? We can rent. No. So be careful, because this happens everywhere. So never send money to strangers before. At least if you really can prove that it's real and everything. A lot of people get scammed with these things. And maybe it's all your savings. So be careful. Be very careful.
I'll say you can find a place to rent maybe through booking.com.
Yeah.
Maybe the first few months. As you try now to understand the city or the place you are. You know, sometimes when you're very new in a place, you don't even know where to start from.
Yeah.
So you can have a place to start from by maybe renting from the online platforms like Airbnb and
That's more safe.
it's more safe. Then from there, you can now, let's say you've already arrived. For example, in our case, we're already in Argentina. We can easily walk around here and try now to strike a deal with someone or some people.
Yes.
And also, if you have people maybe in those countries that you are going, they're going to be hosting you, so you don't have to worry about. Those same people could help you find a place to stay.
Yeah. Yes.
Lastly, Got Matata.
Yeah.
So far, how is the change from the village to here?
It's nice. I mean, me, I like changes, you know.
Okay.
Sometimes I get bored for too long in one spot or doing the same. I like diversity and changing. It's very nice. Well, I love my city. I love my city very much. At least we are heading to a nice weather.
Yeah, actually today.
Otherwise, I would be like, no, I don't want to go, you know. But
like me today, sorry to cut you short. With this, I was already feeling hot outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, today was like.
Today was. It is actually warm outside.
Yes. No, but it feels good. It feels nice that we have a place that we can feel settled as well.
Yeah.
That we mind our own business, but at the same time, I have my mom, my dad, my sisters are all here. Like my family is with me. It's in the same place, so it's nice to enjoy and spend time with them, my friends as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Your local food. There's a lot of things to enjoy.
Yeah.
Guys, did you know that in Argentina actually they get their bananas? They don't grow bananas in this country at all.
No.
Like all bananas you see in Argentina are imported. Mostly
Brazil
from
or Ecuador.
Imagine from Ecuador or Brazil.
The weather is too cold for.
So here you can't grow things like bananas. You can imagine. The way I've planted them over 200 in the village. Here you can't grow bananas. They're like fruits you can't grow here. You can only grow like citrus, like
citrus a lot, yes.
Like orange.
Apples, oranges. Now is the season for strawberries, for example.
Oh.
A lot of strawberries. We have other type of kakis and other type of fruits. Ciruelas, duraznos. Oh, we have those ones, are delicious. But at this more winter weather, we don't have them in Kenya, for example. But diversity, that's the beauty of the world.
Alright guys, let me let Matata rest. As me, I wanna end this video here. I wanna say thank you so much for always supporting me. Feel the vibe here on the big city. Hey, those birds make noise since morning. Where are they actually? I wanna show you. This video is purely... Oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Oh, this is the bird that makes noise. Ah, I see it. Wow. I don't know if you've seen it, guys. It's right here. Come closer, bird. Jump next to the camera, people can see you. The weather is getting good. Every day I feel the weather is becoming better and better, though it's still a little cold. For example, yesterday it was not cold, there was no winds at all, but today you can feel it even from the camera. Maybe because of the ocean and also being in the tall buildings like this. You know, also there's something they call air pressure. It could be too much in this case. But I want to say thank you so much, guys, for supporting me. And this video is about purely us moving abroad, and also this video is meant to help you out there if you want to move abroad, what to expect. And this is not traveling abroad, this is moving abroad. Traveling is quite different, because traveling you don't have to care about too much things. You are like, oh, I'm just here for a week and I'll be gone. It's like vacation time. But moving is quite different when you are planning, okay, I'm living my old life to a completely new culture. These are the birds. Look how they make the noise. I love them actually making the noise. They're quite small, but they make loud noises. You can see it's right there. That one. Hey, it's coming closer to the camera. Come say hello.
All I need is you, baby, baby.
How much do I need to party here in Jamaica? Marwa.
My name is Mo.
We are in Hawaii.
We're at the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles.
So I'm officially saying goodbye to Japan. As you see here, welcome to Japan.
Soy de España.
I'm heading to